Ba 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 ba. 2-bit review. Ba 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 ba.
Backwards compatibility.
Ba 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 ba.
2-bit review!
Ba 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 ba. Those ports and remasters. Ba 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 ba.
2-bit review.
Ba 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 ba. 2-bit Jesus reviews, ports and remasters,
And backwards compatibility. Ski ba 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 da ba da beep ba ba doo.
What's up, guys? 2-Bit Jesus making his triumphant return to the compares videos. And the 2-Bit compare videos are exactly what you see. I'm comparing two different versions of a video game. Now, I don't get into too big of detail. I'm not going to do frame rates or go in and do like deep analysis. This is just my layman opinion here of the differences I spot between two different versions of a game. And we are doing, as you can see, Mafia here. I think you guys remember I reviewed the PS2 version of this game. Right here I have the Xbox One and original Xbox version of Mafia, and here we go. Here's the big title screen right here of Mafia. Now, this remake did a really fantastic job of almost doing a side-by-side recreation of the game, just in modern-day graphics and even modern-day controls. Now, as you can see here, they did some different takes. Like, it's not a scene-by-scene recreation, but it is a recreation of the world, but just more like, I mean, look at this. Like, you know, the new version, it's like these city streets are filled with people, cars, everything. And the original Xbox version, not so much. Now, I can't judge too harshly because also the PS2 and the original Xbox version, all of the cutscenes were videos that were done in the PC version. So this is like, the video you're seeing right here is actually like a video of the PC version, and when you jump into the actual game, the graphics had a downgrade because in the original PC version it did everything in engine, so even the cutscenes were in engine, where in the Xbox and PS2 version it was a little video, pre-rendered video. And of course in the new version it's just it's you know, awesome looking. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's just awesome. Now here we are coming up on that iconic scene in the original Xbox version. It's Tommy Angelo. He's getting out and he's going to talk to the detective and, you know, let the detective know if he's ready to spill the beans on the crime families in the city. The new version did a twist here. You're coming up on here and you think, oh man, that doesn't really look like Tommy Angelo there, does it? No, it doesn't. But I love this comparison here. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's awesome looking. But here's the twist. Okay, see, we got, you know, Tommy's coming in on the original version, and what a twist. See, in the new version, you have Tommy is waiting in the diner for the detective, where in the original version, it was the detective waiting for Tommy. So this is a retelling of the story. It's still you chop it down, you cut down into the bone of this game, it's still the same story, characters, and game. It's just altered, if you will, slightly. And I think for a more better telling of the story, it's a revamped telling of the story, and I'm just pretty much just kind of repeating that it's a remake of it. Here we go, right here into some gameplay, and you can tell there is a night and day difference between these games, and you get to see some of my horrible playing of this game. As you can already tell, the new version is way better. I mean, look at all of that detail. You're looking back here at the original Xbox One now. While it doesn't look as good as its you know, new brother here on the left, it's still, I think it still holds up. It holds up better than the PS2 version. The The PS2 version, you'd be driving around at night and you wouldn't have any headlights, where at least in the original Xbox version, you had your headlights, you had some, details here and there that the PS2 version did not have. Now, as far as controls go here, obviously Mafia the remake is much better. They definitely took the controls of, say, Mafia 3 and put them into this game, or put utilized them here. So there's a lot of things that they've been using in Mafia 2, and they evolved in Mafia 3 that they took here in the remake and put it there. So that's awesome. Another thing that is different here is, as you can see as I go over the bridge here, there's a cutscene here, but there's no loading screens anymore. You're just right there in the open world, where if you play Mafia on the PS2 and on the original Xbox, whenever you're going to another section of the map, say from the middle island to like Little Italy, there you have to deal with the loading screen. Quickly right here, something they added here were shortcuts, where you'd get this little cinematic where the enemy who's chasing you crashes. It's pretty cool. But like I was saying, there were loading screens in between the different sections of the map, so it's quasi open world game, but not really. Now, one thing I did want to mention in this video is the difference in the voice acting. I really feel that the new remake of Mafia, they really tried to give you that Chicago feel with the accents and all that, where the original game was just kind of going for, they were really just going for a, I guess, Goodfellas type of feel. Like, one of the characters was a blatant ripoff of Joe Pesci, which, I enjoy somewhat, but they definitely, in the remake, wanted it to feel like it's 1930s and 1940, well, yeah, just 1930s Chicago. And I'm going to pipe in some music here, or I'm going to pipe in the audio here so you can hear the difference in the voice acting. So here we go.
Compensation for your services. Any damage to your car.
Mr. Salieri would like to thank you, as well as myself and Paulie. It's compensation for the damage to your car and your services. It should be enough.
Yes, of course. Thanks. Give my regards to Mr. Salieri.
So a little snippet there to show you the differences. I'll probably do another little thing here in a minute where you can tell the difference between the voice acting. Here we go. I love this. This is awesome. This is almost a shot-by-shot remake of this scene with a little bit more, context. That's the thing I love about the remaster, is a lot of the cutscenes, there's more context. Here you go again. You get to see the difference between the world. I mean, look at this alleyway, and also look at me not knowing where to go, because it is way different. I played the crap out of Mafia, so I used to know where to go. So when I played the remaster, it was a little bit, I had to get used to it again. I had to relearn areas because they've switched a lot of stuff around. But man, look at this. Looks like an alleyway, a packed alleyway. And then you look at the original version, it kind of looks empty. It's just kind of like nothing really going on there. And then look at all this chaos on the Xbox One version. I know it probably sounds like I'm dogging the original version. Oh damn, I got hit there in the original Xbox version. I wasn't looking where I was going. But no, it probably sounds like I'm dogging this version. I'm really not. I'm just saying, like, the amount of detail that they put into this new version compared to the old version, it's staggering. But that being said, also I need to mention the controls. The controls are just so much better in the new version. It's very stiff, old style, open world game. And really, the original version played so much better on the PC, and the console versions, the controls were a bit gimped, so to speak. Here we go, another different scene. This scene is, I actually like the new version scene better, but I also miss this version where they kind of take the two thugs in the back and they shoot them and kill them. Where in the new version, they're just kind of like, hey, this guy's under our protection. You need to get out of here. So it's the scenes, again, as you can see here, they play out a lot differently than in the original version, but in a good way. It's almost like, I don't want to say it's exactly like the Resident Evil remake on the GameCube where they made it even better. Um, this game to me feels like I don't want to say they made it better, but it definitely like they modernized it and brought it back, brought it to the modern times, cleaned it up here. Here I'm going to pipe in some more voice acting so you can hear all the difference.
What do they call you, son?
Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
Frank told me you ran into some trouble?
Yes, sir. My cab got smashed up pretty good.
Morello's thugs went after him by the kind of Tommy helping us.
After the legal side of our business, the one behind the bar is Luigi. This business ain't easy to swallow, but Luigi's a wonderful cook. Paul will introduce you to Vincenzo and Ralph. There are a lot of us, but those should be enough for now. Now listen.
Once again, I just wanted to show the difference in voice acting. Not that the original version's voice acting is terrible, but it is stiff in a lot of places. And as you can tell in the new version, they really, I think, wanted to capture that Midwestern, in particular Chicago type of accent, just how they talk and their mannerisms. Here's a clip I pulled up here. See, in the original version, you have this little park, but there's like nothing there. It's just a bunch of walkways and some green grass. It's just flat. And then here in the new version, you pull up, it's a fully fledged park. You got trees, you got little picnic tables over here, you got some concession. You got all this foliage over there in the new version. It is night and day. They really, I gotta hand it to Hangar 13. They really went all out remaking this game. They could have easily done the lazy, kind of like, oh, we did a HD remaster and just brought the original game back, but just in, like just bring the PC port over, which is clearly, if you're going to play the original Mafia, play the PC version. I think you can get it on Steam now. The controls are better, and the game overall just looks way better. But if you want a new modern take on it, play the PS4/Xbox One version, which is that's probably also on PC. So yeah, just go for it. Get that. Here we go. This is like one of the first really action-packed levels that you play. I wanted to show off the combat here, and the combat, again, it's a lot like Mafia 3's combat. You can take cover and all that good stuff, where in the original, you really didn't have any cover-based shooting. You just kind of used the walls to hide behind stuff. There's also melee. Here I died again because I was just trying to rush in. Magic of editing. Oh, bam, I'm somehow alive again and shooting people. I don't think the Tommy gun was upstairs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe someone's able to find it. But see how in the original version I found the Tommy gun because it's always upstairs. In the new Mafia, the remastered Mafia, I couldn't find it. I think I found a shotgun up there, but I didn't find the Tommy gun. Now, again, like I said, the combat, see, you can do like cover-based combat. It just feels more natural, more fluid. Where in the original version of the game, I kind of crouch down and I'm using the environment to, keep myself safe. But there's no like cover base. It's like old school, just kind of hide behind a corner and then sidestep your way around. So just to cap this off, I think this remaster is wonderful. It recreates that world that The Gathering had created in their original Mafia game. They do it in a loving way. Everything that was great about the original is there, but with improved controls, and just the world just looks lush and beautiful. I would highly recommend getting this remaster. So yeah, with that said, that ends this 2-Bit Compares. Yes, this series is back. I'm glad to be back. And just on a final note, again, not knocking the original. I think the original is great. If you want to play the original, again, get it on PC. That's where you're going to get the definitive experience of the original Mafia. That being said, the Steam version, I think they cut out a lot of the original music, so you'd have to go find the original disc game, and that's a lot of work. So, with that being said, if you want to experience the story of the first Mafia, the remaster is also great. I'm kind of pro on both of them. It's if you want that old school retro feel, or if you want the more modernized touch with the controls. That they definitely, hands down, Mafia Remaster's controls are way better. So yeah, that's what I don't really want to pick a loser and winner because there really isn't a loser and winner here. So I mean, both versions are great in their respective ways. And with that being said, I will catch you guys again on the next 2-Bit Compares. There will be another one. I'm doing a whole series. I recorded a bunch of game footage. So guess what? You're getting more here. And as the time passes by and I make more of these videos, hopefully they will get better. It's been a while since I've done one of these comparisons, and I kind of rambled here, but I kind of like rambling. Maybe you guys do too. Yes or no on the rambling. If you don't like it, then, maybe I'll, punch this up a little bit more, or maybe I'll just keep rambling, because you know what? I'm a rambling man. That being said, guys, stay safe and play on.